Feeling good, man. Glad to be here at Southern National with you for some more Superstar ARCA West action. Should be a good race tonight. Yeah, it's tiny. I don't know if you do it anymore, but you used to broadcast races from places like this and just call them dumps. I mean, it does look kind of like a dump out in the middle of nowhere, but from what I understand, it's still a pretty popular track, though. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we got to talk to people about the Rogue Energy Pole Award. If you're ready to take your sim racing to the next level, Rogue Energy is the ultimate gaming energy drink loaded with vitamins, minerals, and amino acids. Get laser-like focus, increased motivation, and longer endurance to excel on or off the track. Whether you're fighting for the lead or fighting for the Hutchinson Motorsports battle for last, Rogue Energy gives you the edge that you need. Use code RER at checkout for 10% off your purchase. Don't just dominate, or don't just play, dominate with Rogue Energy. And we've got to congratulate last week's winner, Nathan Lehman. He is the Rogue Energy Pole Award winner this week.
I think I've been muted this whole time here, folks. Well, I have been talking. I think we've got it situated. I just noticed, but hey, nonetheless, we figured out before the race started, but at least G could hear Jesse there talking. But I was just talking about before Jesse read the pole award there, how big of a dump this place is, you know, here at Southern National Raceway. Motorsports Park, I think they call it. Hell, I don't care what they call it. All I know is I'm on the first plane out of here when we're done, Jesse.
I completely get it. That's funny. That has to be the weirdest start to a broadcast ever on Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Just me talking to myself. But yeah, this place is definitely looks a little sketchy here in iRacing. You might have one or two fast food joints open when the race gets over. They're going to be packed. We're not getting food here. We got to get out of here quick.
Yeah, you know, and honestly, I walked by the concession stand earlier, and I am not tempted to get anything from there. I might have saw a rat run out of there.
I wouldn't doubt it. Probably multiple. I mean, everywhere has rats, really, if we're being honest with each other. But yeah, I imagine there's more here than a lot of places.
Absolutely, but Jesse, I think it's time for tonight's starting lineup here. Let's get the tunes playing here in the background because, folks, we got the best tunes in the business. We're going to let you listen to them as we go down tonight's starting lineup for your Superstar ARCA West Series race here at Southern National Motorsports Park. Tonight, it's the Savage House Racing 100 right here, and here is the starting lineup. On your front row, last week's winner on the inside from the pole position, the 15, Nathan Lehman. On his outside, newcomer to the series, we know him well, it's the 8, Chad White.
On row number 2, you've got the winner of the heat race, Cole Snyder in the 25. His outside is going to be Dylan Chappell Sr. in the 69 car.
And in row number 3 on the inside, going to be the number 3 machine, the field filler, Thomas Spencer on his outside, the 13, Dwayne Young.
Row 4 kicks off with the 21 car, Aaron Benson. On his outside is going to be the wild man, Alan Wild in the 07.
And in row number 5 on the inside, going to be the 22, Noah Benson on his outside, the 18, Travis Sheen.
Row number 6 as the 9 car, Shane Williams. On the outside is going to be the zombie himself, Stephen McComas in the 70 car.
Row number 7 going to be the 74, Devin McIntosh, the 14, Nate Fryer.
Row number 8 is going to have the 97, great number, Carl Cantonis, and to his outside is going to be the 52 car, Chris Melton.
All right, folks, there's your starting lineup. Think we're just about ready to drop the hammer and go green. Going to be 100 laps around this track. Jesse, is this a mile track or a half mile, quarter mile? I don't even know.
I can tell you in just about 2 seconds.
Well, you know what? I'll pull
but
it up.
We're going to get ready to go green.
It is 1/3 mile, but the green flag's in the air here at Southern National. Jesse, what are you seeing?
I'm seeing chaos going through turns 1 and 2 here. Only the leader getting away. Lehman 2 wide behind him for like 3 or 4 rows.
Yeah, the 25 is Snyder trying to give the bumper to the race leader in the 15 as they're watching him rip it down the straightaway.
Yeah, Nathan Lehman, he's on a hot streak right now. He won last week. We're going to see if we can keep it up. We got a car turned around. Looks like the 13.
The 8 of Dwayne Young turned around. We're still green, it appears. But Nathan Lehman's still your race leader here. How about that? Boy, Jesse, you weren't here last night. Me and Christian were doing an IndyCar race. It seemed like every time a car slowed down, they threw the yellow. Well, here, we had a 2 to 3 car pileup, and the green stays out.
Yeah, I was going to say, a car was literally facing backwards. I'm not sure what's going on with the numbers here lately in Superstar ARCA West Series. I mean, this is 2 weeks in a row where I've gotten really confused. The 8 of Chad White, he's supposed to be the 28, I think. And for some reason, Dwayne Young's driving.
Yeah, well, Jesse, I will say Chad White was a late addition to this league here tonight, so we probably didn't have time to set his number, but we just saw the fastest lap in the session turn here by Noah Benson, actually, but then he spins it out right after. He's young.
Yeah, Noah Benson trying to keep up with his brother there, Aaron Benson. Both of them decent drivers, but they're kind of near the back of the pack right here, right now.
Yeah, we're on board National Motorsports TV Gyro Cam with Nathan Lehman, your race leader. He's trying to go back to back. He hopes these lap cars don't junk him. Is he going to move them, or is he going to be patient?
I was going to say, we're 8 laps in. He's already catching lap cars. This is crazy. You would think it would take it a little bit longer, but at 4/10 of a mile track, I guess not.
Absolutely. It's Chad White, newcomer to the series here. Is currently in the 3rd spot, trying to run these guys down. We got Lehman, Snyder, and White rounding out your top 3 here.
Dylan Chappell Sr. and Thomas Spencer rounding out the top 5, the 69 car and the 3 car. Thomas Spencer, good start to the race tonight for him. He's usually around the tail end of the top 10, but to be top 5 early, the 3's got to be feeling good.
And, I'll tell you, he's not feeling good. Dwayne Young, this guy, I think every single week, he's just slow. That 13 car is junk. Dwayne Young in the back once again.
Yeah, the 13 car on the scoring tonight. Usually the 8 car, maybe the unlucky number here, giving Dwayne Young issues here on lap 11.
Yeah, but we're watching Lehman continue to lead the race. Still coming up on the lap car. We don't know what Benson has some speed. He put down the fastest lap of the session before he looped it around.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just admiring that 15 car, the paint scheme there, reminded me of Clint Bowyer. In fact, it's making me realize I don't think my trading paints is working. I don't see that at all. So let me get that fixed.
Well, maybe it's possible it's mine. I haven't really updated my trading paints today, but we'll see. As they're ripping it around here at Southern National, we are still green. 14 laps in, just 100 laps around here today. This is a 1/3 of a mile track, I believe. So, folks, that's only a 33-mile race. Right?
I think that math tracks. I don't know. We're just broadcasters. We're not mathematicians. But that sounds good.
I tell you what, this is one short race. This is really a 1/3 of a mile track as we pull up to Hutchinson Motorsports TV race info here. Take a look. And you see there, you got a 0.36 mile track, so basically a 1/3 of a mile, maybe a slightly bigger. So 36-mile race here tonight. Boy, I tell you what, a lot of people drive further than that to work every day.
I know I do. I drive, for my work day, I drive about probably 20 to 30 miles a day. So this is a short little track for sure.
And we're on board with the race leader, Nathan Lehman. He's got a lap car in front of him. He's saying, get the hell out of the way, Dwayne Young, and he's blinking. That is not what you want to see. If you're the race leader, the lap car blinked, went right through him. Boy, he caught a break there. That could have been ugly.
Yeah, that's definitely a scary situation, but I don't think the 15 was ready to end up on the outside here. I'm sure he was hoping to pass Dwayne Young on the inside, but now he's stuck in this situation. It's kind of awkward here, allowing the 25 and 28 to catch him.
And Dwayne Young is not taking it easy on the race leader. He might door him. He's going to keep him outside. Here comes the 25. He's going to try to move the 8.
Cole Snyder about dumped Dwayne Young there, trying to take advantage of the sticky situation the leaders put into. Now Chad White's going to be on the outside.
These guys racing hard. Chad White looking to the outside to take over. Oh, they turn him! They got sick and tired of dealing with Dwayne Young, the lapper. He is in the way of rolling chicane. They say, all right, loser, you're done. They turn him.
Race control is asleep right now. What is happening? We've had 2 cars around, no yellow.
You know, when
He's
we
still
do
sideways on the track.
I'm pretty sure
There
we
it
run.
is.
Yeah, there it is. We run automatic yellows here in this league, unless if you hear something on the radio, otherwise, maybe there was a mistake, and they have to throw manual yellows here tonight. But the first yellow of the evening thrown here on lap number 23, Southern National Motorsports Park.
I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, you know, I don't usually get too animated, but like he's sitting sideways on the track for a lap and a half.
Yeah, you know, again, there must have been an error in the session, and an admin had to manually throw a caution, which normally, or they are racing here. That's Thomas Spencer is an admin of the league, and I believe, honestly, I think Dwayne Young is as well, so maybe he threw his own yellow.
Yeah, who knows? That we've seen it happen before where people throw their own yellows for situations that don't really deserve one. That definitely deserved one. Probably deserved one 15, 20 seconds before it actually flew.
Yeah, but the first yellow of the night, hey, we're not complaining. We already got a quarter of the race done here, and we're just a handful of minutes in. These guys are moving through the program here tonight, so we can get out of this dump.
I was going to say a quarter of the way through. I feel like we just got here. I mean, it's only been 10, 15 minutes maybe.
Yeah, it's going to be a quick night here, but looking in the chat, we got Daniel Bears, who knows? Well, we appreciate you tuning in, Daniel. Be sure to click the like button, subscribe to the video. That goes for everybody here. If you're tuned in, Hutchinson Motorsports TV, we would greatly appreciate your subscription here. We're live about 3 times every single week, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays.
Yeah, absolutely. Every like and every subscribe helps me feed my 2.5 dogs, so it's dearly appreciated on my end. I don't know about anybody else, but I definitely appreciate it. As we're getting ready to go back green.
Yeah, we're about to drop the hammer and go green. Jesse's going to take his green this time.
Man, these guys are still catching the field in the back. Green flag is out. Trying to run away again. Chad White going to try to get that second spot here.
Chad White looking good. He's rolling the top line. It's not the preferred lane, but can he make the pass and take that spot over?
If I know anything about the driver of the 8/28, Chad White, he is determined. He can be real stubborn sometimes.
Absolutely, and he just wants to get down to the bottom, just can't get there yet, as Dylan Chappell Sr. is right there on his quarter panel, and he's going to finally make the pass. As a 3 bumps.
I was going to say the 69 car got loose coming out of the previous corner, and it let Chad get that spot, but I thought the 69 overcooked it for a second there, but he managed to stay off the 28.
And right now, Jesse, I am flying around in the Hutchinson Motorsports drone here as we watch Thomas Spencer run in the 4th spot. I'm going to move this thing back a little bit. Tell me what you want to see.
That view is absolutely incredible. We haven't talked about it yet in this lap 31. Zoom us in on that Hutchinson Motorsports battle for last. Who we got battling for it here?
Well, let's see. It's actually going to Nathan Fryer running in dead last. Here he is. It seems like every single week he is in this battle. Let's get a little bit closer to that 14.
Yeah, you know, they say there's highs and lows in racing. The 14 of Fryer getting the podium last week, finishing second. And now he's back to his usual ways in the Hutchinson Motorsports battle for last. Can't have too much of a good thing.
Absolutely not. As Lehman continues to lead this race, he might be the new boss of this league. Is he just going to win out the rest of the year?
Well, we're only a third of the way through, and strategy helped him last week. He wasn't the fastest car last week. That was probably the 42 of Gacon, but he's not here tonight. So Lehman might be the fastest guy out here right now, but he's got some contenders.
Yeah, but Jesse, you know, this is such a short race. I don't know how much fuel they're running. They may not even have to pit. I mean, they're going 36 miles here tonight.
Yeah, they might not have to, but we do have a couple of cars out there that did come down pit road and take tires. The 25 of Cole Snyder, he's moving up the field right now. He just passed 2 cars in this last lap. He's now on the 7th spot. He's got fresh tires, as well as the 22 of Noah Benson, but he's already around.
Yeah, well, right now, look at this race leader, how focused Nathan Lehman is. He is an 8th grade science teacher out of Wichita, Kansas, but he is a wheelman at night.
He is absolutely locked in. This isn't like a normal day where you just wheel out the TV with Bill Nye videos, he is locked in doing his thing out here.
Absolutely continues to lead the race, but Chad White right on his bumper. I don't know if Chad White's got the speed to pass Lehman. He's just hoping for a mix-up or maybe a lap car.
I gotta say, it's weird seeing Chad not be in a Haviland car, but those Hutchinson Motorsports TV logos do look good on that 28 machine.
I'll tell you what, something about Chad, you know, we honestly haven't even given him a dime, and he just keeps putting our logo on his car.
It's free plugs, man. You know you're gonna get TV time if you've got the guy doing the TV part of it on your car.
That's pretty smart, actually. You know, a lot of guys just go out there with a blank car. You may as well throw some stickers on there, get you some TV time. The 28 Chad White looking good out of Loudon, Tennessee.
Yeah, you could be like the 28 of Chad White with Hutchinson Motorsports TV logos plastered all over your car, or you could be like the 74 Devin McIntosh, who we have not talked about once at all tonight other than the grid. I mean, which one would you rather be?
Hey, you know, looking at this 74 car, it's pretty ugly. Not sure what it says there on the car. It says Black Label Racing, maybe. Black's misspelled. So, yeah, there's the 74 of McIntosh currently running in the 7th position.
Just looking at it, it looks like whatever it says, it looked to me like it was his car was just censored, like he pulled up at the track. There was something written on there that the race controller, the people running the show didn't like, and they just had him put black tape over it, what it looks like to me.
Yeah, definitely not the best looking car we've seen, but hey, he's out there running laps as Lehman continues to lead this thing. Chad White second, Chapel third, followed by Williams and Snyder to round out the top 5.
I mean, Lehman and Chad White, very similar times, running 14.7 for Lehman to a 14.77 for White. They're very close here.
Keep an eye on these three. They are racing hard right now as the 9 gets sideways. He's able to save it. But how about Williams, Snyder, and Chapel battling for the 3rd, 4th, and 5th positions?
Yeah, Snyder, again, been on the move. He's passed, let's see if I can figure out and tell you. Yeah, he restarted in P11. He's worked his way up to P4 now in that 25 car with those fresh tires. We'll see if he can get to the leaders or not.
Yeah, but one thing I'll say, the 9 gets loose again. His tire must be turning into junk. That is one good-looking number 9 machine. Looks like it's wrecking the back. Let's see what happens.
On board with the 18 of Sheed. Looks like the slow car there is going to be the 74. Oh, and he dumps the 18 and gets sideways himself. Oh, my gosh. Oh, and McComas.
And of course, caution finally came out, by the way. Oh, look out!
Oh, I thought it was going to happen again here.
God.
Look out, everybody.
The caution is out, by the way, folks. After a multi-car pileup, I was just saying, though, how about that 9 car Shane Williams? That is one good-looking car as they're heading down pit lane here.
That is a really good-looking car. What didn't look good is the control of that car on them old tires. He's getting fresh ones. A couple guys still stayed out. On my end, at least.
Yeah, Lehman comes down pit road late. I'm not sure what's going on, but looks like Chad White stayed out. I don't know what's going on there. Everybody's going down pit road on different laps or something. But nonetheless, Chad White did stay out there.
You and me have raced on short tracks before on the service. It can sometimes be really freaking confusing when you're supposed to be able to get on pit road. When you're on a bigger track, everybody kind of has time to catch up, and you kind of can expect when pit lane's going to be open. And sometimes at a short track, you can be driving right by the thing, and it opens up, and everybody can pit behind you, and you're like, well, what the hell is that about?
You know, and I was going to pull in Chad, see how he's feeling here, but he is not available in a chat. I'm not seeing him. So we're just going to continue. But right now, looking through the field, you know, Chad White's going to lead this race, but he looks like he's the only one that didn't pit. Not a good sight to see. He was running in second, so he only gains a spot, and he's on the old tires.
Yeah, I wish we could have pulled him in and asked him how he was feeling, because I could almost guarantee the answer would be scared shitless.
Absolutely pulling up the pit strategy board, and as you can tell there, the entire field came down pit road except Chad White out front. He's got 51 laps. We're over halfway done.
And look at the 25 of Snyder. He came in that last time too, and somehow managed to jump a couple of spots there. He's up to second now, and he was right on the bumper of the leader earlier. So we'll see what can happen here as we're getting one to green.
Yeah, there were definitely some issues. I noticed Lehman came down pit road, and he wasn't even the leader at the time. So some kind of scoring issues have cycled Lehman all the way back to 7th. Not where he wants to be, but we know he's got the speed. But the field is set. Green flags in the air here at Southern National Motorsports Park.
28 and 25 dueling here through turns 1 and 2. Looks like White going to be able to cover up. Not quite, though. They're still going to stay side by side. The 25 not giving it up easy.
Yeah, the 25, he came in to get fresh tires once again, it appears, and he's trying to make the pass on the outside, but easier said than done here at Southern National.
Shane Williams trying to put his name in the hat. He's there in third, hoping to capitalize on the mistake with these two in front of him, but the 69 of Dylan Chappell there as well.
Boy, Snyder making those new tires go to work, and he's making the outside line look viable. He might make the pass out there.
I was going to say, I think he gets it done. Yeah, he's going to clear the 28 here and take over the race lead.
And about what Chad wanted to see, he's kind of made his grave. He's got to lay in it now. He's just stuck, and if he waits for a late caution, he's going to have to get to the field again.
And look at Dylan Chappell. He's been up front the whole race, but this is his first time here in the top 3, I believe, and the 69 car looking good here.
Yeah, we're watching Nathan Lehman again. I think some kind of scoring issue happened. He was your race leader, then he comes down pit road, comes out last on the lead lap, and he is not really getting through the field very quick.
If I had to take a guess at what happened to the 15, I imagine he was trying to worry about catching up to the pace car, and as he was worrying about that, the pit lane opened and he didn't notice it in time is what I would have to guess happened.
Now that would make sense. Something definitely happened because I noticed he went down pit road not as a leader, but for now, Cole Snyder's leading this race. Chappell into second. Third is Williams. Chad White continues to fall as he's the only one on those old junk tires.
You know, I completely forgot about that. I'm surprised he was able to hold on to the lead as long as he could with those old junk tires. You can see him sliding out of every corner right now.
Yeah, you know, he was a top 2 car. Honestly, if he would have got tires there, he'd have a shot to win this race with Lehman stuck in the back for now. But he's kind of toast right now. He's hoping for a yellow, and he needs one early because if it happens too late, he's not going to have enough time.
I was going to say, if you keep an eye right behind him, there's a lot of cars there close together. All it takes is one of them to get dumped, and he could get the yellow he needs here.
Yeah, we're checking out Thomas Spencer right now. They're battling hard. Side-by-side battle with the 74 for the 5th position.
I was going to say it happened in the background there, but Nathan Lehman got real sideways as we get 3 wide with the lap car there. McComas, that got crazy. Oh, look out here.
Yeah, Nathan Lehman, he's just buried back here. That car's junk, and it's slow now.
Yeah, strategy bailed him out last week, made sure he got the win, and now pit road mistake kind of hurting him here as he's trying to get back up towards the field, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, the laps are chipping away quick here. Every single time around is about 14.5 seconds for these guys, so Cole Snyder just about 33 laps remaining here as your race leader.
Yep, Snyder still looking good in the front. The 69 Dylan Chappell Sr. in second. The 9 car Shane Williams right on his bumper though, and then you got a pretty good gap back in 4th place. Thomas Spencer in 5th place. Carl Cantonis.
As we check out the blimp, look at this dump racetrack. Don't know how we sold it out. Where are these fans even living? Do they live in the woods?
I think so. As you can hear my dog unhappy about you calling this place junk. She must be a fan.
Yeah, you know, that's Stormy, I assume.
No, Stormy just barks. Jade's the one that makes all sorts of weird noises.
And Jade must be a big Southern National Motorsports Park fan, with unfortunately Jade's favorite track is junk.
I gotta agree with you here. It is junk, but it's providing a decent race here.
Snyder's gonna make the pass there, and the 70 of McComas, he's just been pulling over all race long. I mean, at this point, just pull it in. Because Stephen McComas, he's 3 laps down, and he's just logging laps.
Well, I remember us talking about it last week, but at this point, McComas is just a shell of his former self, having been resuscitated twice in a racing accident. So he's just driving to survive, kind of like the F1 documentary. He's just out there logging laps. He's not worried about winning or nothing.
I tell you what, when the year started, Stephen McComas was one of the most talented drivers out there, and like you said, now man is just a total shell of himself. He's not even really there.
It's true. It's kind of sad, but I do still respect his love for the game and the fact that he keeps showing up every Wednesday night.
Yeah, well, we definitely appreciate that. You know, the car count down a little bit during the season, but we're back up to 16 a little bit, so we're kind of rebounding. Hopefully it can continue as we just got, I believe, 3 or 4 races left after this one.
Yes, we've got 7 cars now on the lead lap. They've lapped up to 8th place. Chad White, the last car on the lead lap, he really could use a caution to get some fresh tires on that machine. But if you pit under green, that's pretty much going to be a death sentence because you're going to fall 3-4 laps down maybe at this tiny track.
You know, it went from a great debut to a bad one. He was definitely going to run probably at least second, in my opinion. But nonetheless, now he's probably going to be falling a lap down because he stays green to the end.
Yeah, there's still a chance that Chappell can get to the 25 of Schneider here, but it's not going to be easy. The gap growing here a little bit as Snyder's lead gets a little more comfortable.
Yeah, Snyder's last lap around the speedway, 14.63. Chappell in second, 14.70. So Snyder's starting to check out just a little bit, a little under 10th every lap.
I got to say, Stephen McComas in that 70 car, we're talking about it. He's out there going so slow that my software is telling me he's crashing every single lap. I don't know if it's doing it on your end, but not a great race for the 70 here.
I haven't got that notice for him. I did see Aaron Benson was just logged as wrecked a little bit ago, but Aaron Benson's struggling tonight in that 21 machine, currently 3 laps down in the 12th position.
Yeah, there's some guys having good nights, like the 25 of Cole Snyder. I feel like we haven't talked about him too much these last couple races, but he's leading this thing and he's looking strong out there. The same thing can be said about Dylan Chappell Sr. Usually not up front, but he's doing really good right now.
And the Yingling 69 machine of Dylan Chappell Sr. feeling good tonight. How about Thomas Spencer? The field filler just took over the 3rd position from Shane Williams.
Yeah, one of the best showings of the year so far for the 3-car Spencer, showing that short track prowess with his IRP knowledge, maybe helping him here at Southern National.
Absolutely. Here as we go up on board with a beautiful picture of Thomas Spencer. He's got his tongue out in his helmet right now. He is willing. This car wants this podium finish here tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's got the 9 of Shane Williams. I don't know how he got that spot, actually. The 9 must have really messed up, but he was right on the back bumper of 2nd place Dylan Chappell. Now he's on the back bumper of Thomas Spencer.
Nathan Lehman finally kicking it into gear here, catching these 2 in front of him. But now he's got the 97 and Cantona's working on him right on his back bumper.
Yeah, he is still showing speed. He's one of the faster cars out there right now, but he's running out of time. We've only got 14 laps left here tonight. The 15, 5 seconds back, he's not going to make it back towards the front. He's going to need another yellow if he's going to do anything here.
Now, Jesse, I have to ask as we hop on board with the 97, how the hell did Sears sponsor a car here?
I couldn't tell you, man. Sears is a sponsor on my 1987 paint that I made because I decided to go with companies that were a big thing back in the day when I was younger. But Sears, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a different Sears. Who knows?
Yeah, you know, definitely a dead company, which is sad because you may not know this, but back in the day, I worked at Sears. I was one of the best employees in the business.
That's incredible. I don't know if I know a Sears employee in real life. Now I get to say you are.
Absolutely. You know, they were just begging me to be upper management, and I said, nope, I got a streaming service to run. Oh, as he gets a bumper and he turns the 9! Oh, Carl Cantonis kind of did him dirty as the caution's out. A little too late for Chad White, but at least helps him a little bit. Let's see what happened here.
Cantonis heard us talking junk about his sponsor and decided to get him some more screen time. Just the 15, I think, got tight in the middle of the corner, and Cantonis said, "Get out of my way, bud."
Yeah, 15 just kind of gets a little bit into the 9 there. It almost looks like an 8. But Shane Williams, and then checks up right with Cantonis on his bumper, and the day goes from bad to worse for Nathan Lee.
I don't know. Maybe he goes for something bold here. Maybe he decides to try to stay out, get some track position back or something. I mean, we know he's got a fast car. Chad White, you see there, deciding to finally go get some tires. I mean, those things are absolutely destroyed on the 28 car.
I heard the discussion on the radio with Chad White, and they said, oh, Chad, there's only going to be about 7 laps left. He says, I'm coming in, boys. Grab the jack. So they were trying to tell him to stay out there. There's only a handful of laps left. He said he doesn't care. He's coming down pit road. Here comes some others.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say these pit cycles have been kind of weird. It's like cars are pitting, and then the next lap others are pitting too. So I have no clue what the hell's going on with these pit stops.
Yes, and what it is it's a challenge of a short track. If we had an active race control, the best way to do it would be to throw the caution, get everybody lined up while you manually close the pits, and then once you can see everybody's lined up behind the pace truck, that's when you open the pits. I think what's happening is just people are getting caught off guard by pit lane opening because it happens so quick. You're like worried about catching the pace car, and then it's like, oh crap, I'm passing pit road already.
Yep, they're lining
Lights
up
are
here.
off though.
Yep, we're gonna go green. These laps are logging quickly. We're gonna have 6 laps remaining in your front row. Gonna be Snyder on the inside, Chapel on the outside. Pace car is in. Green flag.
25 gets a good jump. 69 car gonna take that second spot, and the 3 of Spencer hanging on to third. Nothing changing in your top 3 on this restart. Everything looking good. The 69 putting the pressure on the 25.
Boy, Jesse, if I'm in that 69 car, I might just move that 25 out of the way. This short track racing caution's out. Nathan Fryer, he's jumping. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, it looked like Nathan Fryer and Alan Wild have crashed, come together here.
That was a 74.
Benson involved.
Yeah.
Shane Williams involved again.
And the 74 got into the 21, and the 22 was involved in Alexa 14. So Chad White able to narrowly avoid that wreck, and that's kind of what he needed there. A quick couple spots gained for him. He's up to 6th now. He's got the fresh tires, but he's going to have to do it in a green-white checker.
Yeah, 4 to go. We're definitely going to have a green-white checkered restart here. Cole Snyder in the 25 probably was hoping that thing would just go green the rest of the way. Every single restart from here on out is more and more of a chance of something happening to that 25 car. If somebody gets desperate here after a restart, they might put the bumper to him, as you mentioned, the 69 car might have to do here.
And the chat, Christian Taylor says the cameras are looking good. I don't know about that, Jesse. I kind of think these cameras are junk.
I don't know. I can't see a difference myself. They look pretty good though. I don't know if anyone did anything with them or not.
I don't know. He probably just gave us a default packages.
I think so. I mean, I'm looking at the same exact thing on my end. That's all I can say.
Well, nonetheless, though, the field is set. It's going to be Snyder on the front row. We're just kidding, Christian. They look great. On the outside, going to be Chapel in the 69 car.
These guys are ready to get back going. Green, the pace car isn't even coming off yet, and they're already 2 by 2. Let's see if the lights come off this time, and they do. 1 to go here.
Now, Jesse, do you know how many green-white checkers we have here?
I have absolutely no clue, but I can try to investigate that for you as we get ready to go back green here as we come down the back stretch.
Yep, down the back stretch again. It's going to be Snyder and Chapel on the front row. The last restart, Chapel had a great start, great launch, and was right on the back bumper. Let's see if he can do it again, but the pace car is in. Green flag in the air. Cole Snyder going to try to hold on. Boy, they're racing hard back here. We might get another pile up, but the battle for the race lead continues to 69 right on the back bumper. And they are door to door back there. Let's see if we can get to the white flag. Is there 3 white? White flag in the air. We're going to get a finish.
There's a 69 car. Chapel going to put the bumper to the 25 here in 3 and 4. Let's find out.
Not gonna. Oh, and he does. He moves him up the track. Can he get underneath? Side by side. Checkered flag waving. The 25. Snyder wins it. What a move by the 69, Jesse. I think that was a fair move there. He just moved him up the track a little bit, and it almost worked out for him.
Yeah, he did it about the cleanest way you possibly could. Still going to come home second, though. Carl Cantonis able to snag the podium over the 3 of Thomas Spencer, finishing 4th. Chad White going to round out the top 5 here tonight.
Yeah, well, let's hop on board here with Dylan Chapel going into turn 3 with the white flag out. Look at him lay the hammer right here. Bam! Moves 25 up the track. Goes underneath him. Boy, I tell you what, that flag stand was a little bit later down the straightaway. He might have pulled it off. But unfortunately, just a little too late there for Dylan Chapel.
Yeah, I got to say, he did what he had to do there. Didn't quite work out for him. He gave it the good old college try, but still coming home second.
Boy, was that a fast race or what, Jesse? We are already done. It is 9 Eastern.
I was going to say, that was like a whirlwind, man. This race, I feel like we just got here to the track and the race is over, but we got the fireworks going off in the background. It's going to be a good night. I don't know where Southern National is, but, you know, it's going to be a nice night. Find some food somewhere. Go to the next one.
Absolutely, but let's pull up Carl Cantonis, our 3rd place finisher. I think this is the first time we've talked to him. This might be his first podium of the year. I'm not sure, but let's get him in here. Carl, Blake, and Jesse in the booth. You got us. Hey, Carl, I think it's your first podium of the year. I could be mistaken, but hey, a good run for you here tonight, putting it in the third position.
Yeah, car felt real bad to start. I ain't gonna lie, this thing was a hunk of junk, but about halfway through, I started to find a little bit of speed, and we were able to carry it all the way to this third place finish.
You know, and I'll honestly say you probably are the fastest driver that's ever drove a number 97, don't you think, Jesse?
I don't know about that one, but you definitely did a good job here getting the podium tonight. And I love that number. It's the one I drive whenever I'm in the car.
Yeah, I think it looks real good out there on track, and sorry to Thomas Spencer, my car owner. Gave him a little bit of a rough up there at the end, but these points mean everything to me. I'm currently that point leader, so I'm trying to get this thing finished with 3 races left.
All right, Jesse, what do you got for Carl before he heads out and celebrates his podium finish?
Nothing much. I got some chaos going on my end, so I just want to say congratulations to you. Good job on the podium.
I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your night.
All right, you too. Carl Cantona's putting it in the third position. I believe it's his first podium of the year, and as he mentioned, he is our points leader now. Cantona's with solid finishes all year long, but let's see if we can find our second place finisher. I got him right here, Dylan Chappell. Let's get him in here. Dylan, Blake, and Jesse in the booth. You copy?
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Hey, not too much. You know, you had a great night. You laid the hammer there coming into turn 3, and you almost pulled the win off.
Yeah, I should have hit him harder, I think.
Hey, you had some real speed, though. You were up front in the top 3 all night long. A couple leaders came and went, but you stayed there all night long, and you had a shot there at the end, at least.
Yeah, it's just try to stay out of trouble. I'm not really of a short track kind of guy, you know, but I know Cole is, and it would have been great to give him the old chrome horn and get him out of there. But congratulations to him. It's always fun racing with him.
Hey, you know, that's fair game here. Short track racing, they're really the only way to pass somebody here at this track, as it's single file there on the bottom.
Yeah, it's pretty tight. The outside doesn't really last that long. I made it work on a restart, but you need that bottom for sure.
Absolutely. Well, Jesse, what do you got for Dylan here as he parked it in the second position?
No, I just got to say, good job. You ran a great race. One of the few people I got to say not involved in anything really tonight that I saw. So good job keeping the car clean. Pays off for you with a second place finisher.
I appreciate it. I hope I get to run with you guys some more. I like your broadcast and everything you guys do. So.
All right. Well, hey, we appreciate that for sure. Hey, before you head out, you got anything to tell our fans other than they should be subscribed to Hutchinson Motorsports TV, of course?
Well, I mean, they definitely should subscribe. I don't really have anything. Maybe some advice. You know, you shouldn't plant corn in sandy soil or something like that. And that's about it.
All right.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah. Congratulations, though. Second place finish here tonight. You can hopefully finish the year out strong.
Appreciate it, guys.
Yes, sir. There's Dylan Chappell, our second place finisher here. But folks, it's time for the star of the show, our race winner, Cole Snyder. Let's get him in here. Cole, Blake, and Jesse up in the booth. You copy?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, not too much. A good night for us up in the booth, but I tell you what is much better for you as you parked it in victory lane. What'd you think of that finish there?
Yeah, that was fun, man. Dylan, he kept me on my toes there. He's a good buddy of mine, so I expected him to give me a shot there, and he did, and we hung on to that thing.
Yeah, it definitely worked out. You guys were side by side, and boy, it was probably getting a little scary. You had to feel good, and then as soon as that corner happened, you were probably thinking, "Uh-oh."
Oh yeah. We were just cruising there. That was awesome. How the green flag laps there they ran. That was great. That for that short track with that many cars on that thing, that we were expecting more yellows, but for that thing to run green, that just played into my strat of just running nice and easy with the tires. But that last caution came out, a couple cautions, and it got a little sketchy, but we got it. That was fun.
Yeah, well, Jesse, what do you got for our winner here tonight?
Yeah, I just want to say a lot of the early race, you and along with the rest of the people were kind of following the 15 and Nathan Lehman around, and then we had that yellow flag. Do you have any insight on what happened to the 15? Did he just miss pit road the first time around, or what happened there? Do you know?
Yeah, he did. He missed it. He committed and then uncommitted, and I think he didn't know if it was open or closed or if that was actually the entrance. But when I seen him shoot off, my thing said open, so I said, "Oh, I'm going in," and it just worked out. He probably should have won the race. He was fast. He got the pole. I mean, he's quick everywhere we go. He's a short track kind of guy. So I just learned from him when I drive behind him, and I want to apologize. I think it was Dwayne I got into. We were 3 wide. We were racing for the lead. He was going a lap down. He was fighting, and I think I got into him and turned him. Might have been net code, might not have been. If not, I shouldn't have hit him. So sorry
Yeah,
about
I think
that.
I called that one a lap before it happened. I said it was going to happen, and sure enough, it did.
Yeah, he was pushing Nathan up a little bit, and I was just trying to get a little cheeky 3 wide on the bottom, and it got a little tight there. But sorry to him.
Oh yeah,
And,
well, I'm not sure if
yeah.
you noticed, but the lap before, I believe, he actually disappeared from the track, and the race leader drove through him there briefly.
Yeah, he appeared inside Nathan for a quick minute, so that was a little sketchy, and they didn't wreck.
Yeah.
That was kind of wild. But,
Yeah, but
all around,
hey.
that was a really fun race.
Absolutely. Again, congratulations on your race win. Before you head out, what kind of shout outs do you have for our fans at home, other than obviously to let them know they need to be subscribed to Hutchinson Motorsports TV?
Well, they should subscribe to Hutchinson Motorsports, and shout out to you guys for broadcasting this thing. Everyone who runs this league, everyone tonight for keeping that thing green. Lap cars showing some good respect out there, moving out of the way. That was awesome to see, and just everybody. Shout out to everyone tonight that made this thing go.
Well, absolutely, Cole. Taking the win home tonight. You know, hopefully you can finish the year out strong, and we'll talk to you more the rest of the season.
Hey, appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Congratulations, bud.
Thank you.
All right, that was Cole Snyder, tonight's race winner, folks. It was a quick one. We were done. Hell, Jesse, what do you think? Within 20 minutes, maybe? I don't even know. It was pretty fast.
I believe it was looking at my scoring here, I think it could have been as quick as 34 minutes or so, 31 to 34 minutes. That was a really snappy, quick race. I'm here for it, though. I definitely enjoyed it. Not who I thought was going to win. We never even got to pick who we thought was going to win. It happened so fast.
Yeah. Totally forgot.
15 looked strong early, and then just pit strategy didn't work out for him. Would you call it strategy or just kind of a pit miscommunication?
Yeah, it's honestly, to me, I bet he knew it was open, but he just wasn't sure if guys were going to pit behind him or not. Who knows? But nonetheless, we know he kind of cooked himself there, and then Chad White later did the same thing, stayed out there when no one else did. So we saw a couple guys make some mistakes, but that's part of it here at Southern National, and it is in the books. And next week, Jesse, you know where we're going?
Oh, I wish I did off the top of my head. Let's see if I can figure it out here. So we just did Southern National. Next up is going to be Dover Motor Speedway, Dover, Delaware, for the Dover 85 laps there on the concrete.
Yeah, that should be a good one. And I just pulled up our broadcast schedule here. As you see, we did Southern National tonight. Tomorrow night, we're going to be live once again. Going to be in the Gen 4s at Texas Motor Speedway with the All-American Cup Series. Going to be a good one. You're going to want to make sure you tune in for that one. We're going to go live around, I want to say, 8:30 or so tomorrow night. So be sure, folks, click the like button on the video here tonight and subscribe to the page, Hutchinson Motorsports TV, as well. You can check out our TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. Jesse, what do you got for our fans?
Yeah, I was just gonna stay tuned on the video side of things. Either probably sometime tomorrow we're gonna have another HMS TV Junk Files video come out, and then hopefully another one covering this week's races on Monday. So stay tuned for that.
Absolutely, and don't forget about all the shorts we're putting out. Just about every day you can expect to see either a short or a long-form video or a live stream. Something's going to happen just about every day here on Hutchinson Motorsports TV.
Absolutely, we got good stuff coming down the pipeline. And you know, the one last thing I want to bring up here in that last interview, I was thinking about it. You know, when you're watching an Xfinity race and you get the leader interview, you know you're going to hear faster or as fast as Xfinity internet. We've got to come up with a HMS TV catchphrase for these guys to say, I think.
Absolutely. Well, that's a good idea. Let us know in the chat. Maybe leave a message after the video ends, because I think the live chats disappear when we end. But after the video ends, rewatch it. Let us know what you want our new catchphrase to be for our drivers to say. But nonetheless, though, race was a quick one here tonight. Southern National Raceway Park. Jesse, let's get on the chopper. Get the hell out of this dump, but our great fans get to listen to this new Hutchinson Motorsports TV outro.
Absolutely. Have a good night. Thanks for watching.
Toward each other, Richter Johnson, checkered flag in the air, Scott Richter wins it!
Oh, there he goes, harder to the inside pole, Hibbs is involved, Tyler Whittemore, he's in the middle of the track, oh, he's gonna get sparked again!
He's John! LaFrance shows up blocking his turn!
believe they're all junk in it! The entire field is junk!
Oh, and Andy Tinker jumps in. Oh, and he gets collected.
Oh, and he goes around 78. Oh, hard into the pit wall. He's dead. He is dead.
Cleared out of 3 and 4 for the final time. Matthew Wiggins, first race back, missed last week, but here he is, taking the checkered flag. Your winner.